What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio, and I am here with,
Your girl so fab. Hey, y'all.
and we have a guest, and she is so short that the microphone is actually in your face.
I know. I'm kind of short.
Yeah, so that's okay. There we go. Does that work as far as sound?
Test.
Yep.
There we go. Cool. So to my right, Kim's left is a great friend who is an entrepreneur. Last time that we were on this segment, which is called The Plug, which is sponsored by Echo, Sally plugged Anna Bloodworth.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, great. No problem at all. So Sally, at the end of her show, we always ask for you to plug another entrepreneur. So Sally plugged you because this is The Plug, the place where entrepreneurs come to connect. So let's talk about your entrepreneur endeavors, what you do, a little bit about your business. Let's just dive on in there.
Okay. Well, where would you like me to start? Do you want me to start with like how I decided to do the business?
So let's start with what your business is.
Okay, perfect. So my name's Anna, and I have an angelic Reiki business. And I'm also an intuitive coach, and I do pendulum readings.
Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh,
I should have brought it to
I know, right?
I don't know why I didn't think about it.
Girl, I
It'll be
need
fun.
you in this moment.
We did it on the air. We'll do it next time.
We'll do it next time.
Cool. So,
Well,
go ahead.
I guess let's do a breakdown of
Okay.
each one because some people may not know or are, well versed in that world. We talk a little bit about it on our Healing Wednesdays with, Varna Spencer about, holistic healing and things like that. But there's still other sectors of it. So can you explain a little bit about Reiki and the pendulum and all of that?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely 3 different components to, I don't even want to call it the work that I do,
Mm-hmm.
just the energy that I connect with and help you find
Mm-hmm.
within yourself. So we'll start with Reiki. And I practice angelic Reiki. And the only difference between traditional Isui Reiki, which is basically the same thing that people do in all sort of different traditions and religions and ceremonies, is some people call it laying on of hands.
Mm-hmm.
And the people, you can be touching the people or be hovering right above them, but you're getting energy and messages, you're receiving healing vibration from all sorts of sources. In Isui Reiki, it's a general source called the universal chi.
Okay.
And you become attuned to this energy by taking classes and having a master that already became attuned down this chain of training from the original master, and then it's put upon you. And then you literally, when I got this training, I thought, well, obviously I'm having a stroke because my hands are like tingling and they feel huge, and like I thought I had Mickey Mouse hands. I thought something's obviously wrong with my blood flow. I was like, what's going on? But no, it's just you becoming attuned to being able to sense the energy of everything. Yeah, it's amazing. So then I did that training, and then I started having psychic experiences and all sort of different like intuition hits. And I would have challenges where I would go to trainings and they'd be like, oh, what if you guess this number between 1 and 100, you win this book. And every time we would do it, I would win.
Wow.
So then
we need to go to Vegas.
I know.
Right? Girl, what's the Powerball numbers? What's up?
I mean, right? Yeah. So it's just been fascinating. More experiences with spirit, hearing spirit. I'll smell things that aren't there, things like that. Well, so the lady that I had trained with for Isui Reiki, she had noticed this, and I had asked her questions, and she said, well, I'm doing a training for angelic Reiki, which is you're connecting to not just universal chi, but then it's like, okay, here's this, but there's like, oh, there's this portal to everything you could possibly imagine. Cosmic healing to divine healing to all the ancestors and angelic realms and ascended masters that you could possibly pull from. Basically, you just got to say, you have to be the one that says, I'm here. I don't know everything. I need your help. I'm open to what is best for me.
Come closer.
That's really all you have to be is willing.
So is it ever a time, and you had spoken about with your hands though, but is it ever a time where it's just overload, like for you emotionally, or like when do you get things that are unwanted where like you're just like, oh, I don't want that,
Because what you learn, and I think, well, let's back it up. So these gifts or these special ways of feeling things are not new to most people that go into this type of work.
Okay.
You know, you may have always had a sense of other people's energy or
Mhm.
emotions, and it probably caused you problems
Mhm.
because you could sense a discord or a
Mhm.
disconnect or a fear or a sadness or
Mhm.
something, and you tried to fix it in a human way.
Okay.
You tried to
Mm.
step in. That's where a lot of people will go into over responsibility, or
Mhm.
I can feel something's off, let me do more.
Mhm.
I can feel that you're fearful, let me save you.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So sometimes people who have these gifts and who haven't found a way to channel them, ground them, express them, use them, embrace them, it can be detrimental.
Mhm.
But so you have to also learn boundary, just like you would with humans with
Mhm.
spirit, right?
Mhm.
Like you can say you have rituals. So before you do work, you'll do a ritual to clear yourself and bring in only this energy that's most useful and most good for you and this person.
Mhm.
Then you'll have a clearing after that as well for this person and yourself,
Mhm.
where I'm closing out this session, the energy that's meant for this person stay, and then the energy that's meant to go back to the universe that's left over, you know, that stays,
Yeah.
and then you do a clearing for the whole thing too.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
What would you say was your moment when you felt like I have a gift?
Oh, definitely when doing the angelic Reiki training, and I just had so many psychic and angelic and like, look, okay, I was standing beside the woman doing the training, and we had done several attunements, and they were hours long guided meditations where you're traveling through. Has anybody ever seen Stranger Things?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're in whole other worlds,
Mhm.
and she's guiding you through these I mean, I can't even explain it. It's hours.
Mhm.
This is from a person who never meditated. If
Mhm.
you just said meditated to me, I'd been like, ugh,
Mhm.
you know. So you're so in it. I mean, it's amazing to me that it happens, and she guides you through, and you go up to. I can't even. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you what I saw, but anyway, really, really amazing stuff gets given to you as downloads and ways to connect. It's almost like you're being connected to in ways of with the divine that like you've been upgraded.
Mm.
You know, like
Mhm.
like it's like you got to upgrade as a computer,
Mhm.
and now you're just like, okay,
Mhm.
but you can turn it on, but you can also turn it off by being like, oh, I don't need your help, I got this.
Mm.
But the more egotistical you are,
Mhm.
those will start to shut down,
Mm.
and they'll start to fade, those connections.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I forgot what your original question was.
No, when did you notice that you had a gift?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yes.
Uh-huh.
So in this training, I'm standing beside the teacher. Thank you so much for your memory. Because this I will say, as much as angelic Reiki has helped me with so many things,
Mhm.
it hella has not helped me with my memory.
Mhm.
I have not put that on any of my marketing. Angelic Reiki will help you with your memory recall. So I'm at this training. I'm standing beside the teacher, and it's this big, beautiful space. It's big. It's old. It's an old church. Big windows, and I've got my eyes like not completely closed. You know, it's daylight, so I can see through my eyelids. And all of a sudden, I see this huge black mass beside me, like it's an angel. I can see an angel. It's as tall as the ceiling. And so I scared, and I opened my eyes, and I could see the teacher just did the same thing. And I said, "Did you just see that angel with the wings?" She was like, "Yep." But we're like the only ones that did anything.
Mm.
Nobody else in the class said, and I said, "Okay, this is something else is going on."
Mhm.
And then when I started doing work on people, it's you feel like you're about to catch on fire because you're a conduit. You're like a USB cord
Mhm.
for this divine energy. Well, it's on a whole other vibration. When people start talking about, oh, you're on a low vibration. No, this is no joke.
Mhm.
Because this angelic realm
Mhm.
is vibrating on such a clear, white, high energy
Mhm.
that humans are so distorted. We're humans.
Mhm.
We got all this ego, and we
Mhm.
got resentment, and we got fears, and we
Yeah.
got things we're trying to hide or whatever, right? So that clogs up that channel, and it's like, right?
Mhm.
And the angelic energy is like, ah. And so when you're a human, it's coming through you, it's breaking all that up.
Mhm.
And your body is, it's vibrating.
Mhm.
So for the first couple months, I thought, I'm really going to catch on fire.
Mm.
The messages I would get for people, the feelings I would get in my body, about things that they were processing or hadn't processed or didn't even realize they were holding on to. And then I would share them with them and they would say, oh my gosh, like, how would you have known that? And yeah, just being able to see people afterward when they're like, that's the most relaxed I felt in 5 years. Or I saw a vision of this thing that I've been trying to work through and all of a sudden the pieces fell into place. Yeah. Yeah.
So now when you're in a session with someone, how do you get them to like kind of relax? So like I had a session with Holly, who's in our class, and when she started some of the kinesiology pressure point things, she said she started sweating and like she's only touching me like this, but next thing you know, she's in a full-blown sweat. She's like, I can feel your protector. And it was kind of wild to me because I'm like, the inside I felt a pull. And she was like, we're gonna have to work on letting your protector go because it's okay. So how do you work with somebody when you can kind of sense that energy where they're just holding on and you can feel it, but it's like, let go? How do you coach someone into letting go?
Well, Holly's in my work is a little different. So Holly's is a lot of the energy that'll get stuck and it'll end up as like physical blocks. And then that'll connect to an emotion, right? Which is incredible because that's like the body keeps the score, right? So angelic Reiki work is very powerful, but it's also a little more gentle.
Okay.
It'll help you. Okay, let's just say, for example, like we're in a session and I have my hands, I put my hands on people. So I'll feel things. Like let's say I feel, and I've kind of learned, you ever watched, what's that lady with the big hair who talks to ghosts? Long Island Medium. Okay. So she has things where she'll say, I've learned that when I feel this, it means this, or I see this, it means that. And that's what's happened to me. I'll be like, okay, all of a sudden I got like all this crazy pressure in my ears and it kept going back from like here, it's choking to here to this. And that means there's something that you are not listening to or you're not able to speak about because it's and then what'll happen is the energy will get really, really like a ton here and then it'll slowly dissipate and I'll just stay there until I'll ask spirit, like, when should I move from here? And it'll go away. And usually, like, I'll say whatever it is that comes through for me. Sometimes it'll just be, phrases that'll come through. Sometimes they feel mumbly, but I'm like, spirit wants you to know that you need to speak up about whatever it is you've been holding back. It'll just be like, blah, 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 right? And sometimes it'll just be, wow, I'll tell you what I'm feeling. And usually people are like, oh my gosh, yeah. There's somebody that I've been trying to have a conversation with and I've just been putting it off or what. Yeah.
I was going to ask, have you ever scared someone?
Most people who come for this kind of work they're not going to be scared. I mean, it's angelic Reiki, right? I mean, I feel like most people are pretty open and I tell them, because before we start, this is a good time probably to talk about like what it looks like. Like you come to see me and the space is really cozy and there's a couch and I don't just say like, glad you're here, let's do this, and let's get on the table. So we sit on the couch and I'll talk to you for a minute and 5-10 minutes and try to, get to know you, find out what's going on. Like, who are you? Why are you here? Let's figure this out so that I can serve you best, like when I'm working with you. And I find that to be really helpful because then a lot of people are nervous just because it's always weird to do something new with somebody you don't know, right? And that just helps them relax. And I'll explain to them what might happen. Nothing might happen. Sometimes it's just waves. I'll just feel waves of energy and I'll know, okay, it's shifting. Sometimes it'll go like this and sometimes it'll go like this. Sometimes it'll be words. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm feeling a ton of tightness and pressure here. I'm going to stay here an extra long time. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then the pendulum that you were talking I don't know what that is.
Okay,
so when
yes.
you and Kim connected on that, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Dang, I usually keep, what's crazy? I usually keep one in my purse, but I switched purses today because it's book bag season. Because apparently I can't wear my tan straw bag.
You do whatever you want to do.
I don't wear white anyway because I mean, really? Like, I love white. I love when people wear white,
Mhm.
but then I'm like, white pants?
Right.
What's happening?
Right.
Right. Someone yeah. So anyway, so I changed my bag. I don't have my pendulum. Okay. So pendulums. This is okay. I found out about the pendulum all completely by accident. So I love just magical stuff. I just think it's cool. I grew up in the woods. I mean, literally, I grew up on a big farm, no neighbors, no TV, no money,
Where are
no
you from?
great. It's just cool. It's super cool. I'm from Bahama.
Okay.
But because of that, we were always outside playing in the woods. So we just make our own like little fairyland and stuff, and conversations. I told you, my fun time was I had an old typewriter and I would type up commercials.
Oh.
Yeah. I typed a letter to Santa. I was like, look, I'm busy. So, get back to me. But so I bought a pendulum at one of these magic stores because I was like, let me try this out. And I had never had anybody teach me anything. I didn't know anything about it. And mine just, I didn't know that wasn't normal. So then you ask it questions. And then first you ask it a question like, am I Abraham Lincoln? Just to see if it's going to lie to you. And then you'll find out, okay, for me, this is a no. And then you say, is it Tuesday? And then it'll show you your yes. And then you can go from there. You can ask it questions. And you start just asking it like, you don't ask it things like, should I marry this dude? You say, is pursuing this second date with fill in the blank helping me work towards my goals of standing up for myself and holding clear boundaries around the behavior he showed on the first date, whatever, right? You make it very specific because it's about you and how you're helping yourself, your empowerment. But yeah, so I just started, and you can ask the simple questions like, should I buy this broccoli? Should I eat this smoothie? Yeah. And it'll really start to build a relationship with you and help you.
Yeah. Now, do you need training for that?
No, you don't need training for any of this.
Really?
No. It's all like, that's the thing, right? It's just gifts. You practice them and then you build on them and you can go get more training. Like, yes, I'm angelic Reiki certified. Does that actually mean anything? No.
Okay.
You don't have to have it.
Okay.
It means that I took the time to go get it and it means something to me because it was something I really wanted to do. But do I need it to be able to do what I'm doing? No. And that's the thing, because I have found in the spiritual community, just like it can be in churches, people can get caught up in here when it's really about here. It's not about what you have on the wall. It's not about where you went to school. It's about, what's your intent when you're doing the work? Right.
And I wanted to ask you that before we jumped into even more of the entrepreneurial space, but unfortunately, I know in the Black community, there is a lot of stigma when it comes to things like Reiki, like you said, pendulums or crystals, because it's automatically associated with some sort of like sorcery or, voodoo or hoodoo.
Girl, that's the devil.
Yeah. The cold, the devil, so it's a stigma for the Black community and even for some religious communities as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Where they're like, oh, that's demon work. So how do you fight past that? Because I being honest, like us growing up in a Pentecostal church, that's something where it's just like, you don't do that unless it's about the Lord.
Well, I don't fight past that because you're not going to win. We're not for everybody. It's going to be very difficult for someone who has grown up in that environment to switch gears. However, it does happen. It happens a lot, but they have to be the one that is like, you know what? I'm older now and I have options and I want to explore and I'm curious. And I'm all about that. I'm like, awesome. Because look, I didn't grow up in anything. My only experience with church was with a relative. I'm allergic to wool. I'll just add that in because it's important to the story. But this one relative would take me to church and would force me to wear wool dresses and then like yell at me when I wouldn't sit still. And so I just thought of church. I was like, this is a horrible experience. I'm not going to church. And I knew there was something bigger than myself from being in the woods. and like having that feeling of oneness and completeness and spiritualness, I did never associated it with this building
Mm-hmm.
or with a pastor. Right? I
Mhm.
never needed to go there to get
Excuse
that.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And so there's, I've had people, I'm just going to say the word. I'm just going to say Facebook. Well, that's the end of that.
Mhm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because oftentimes people aren't wanting to understand why you're doing what you're doing. They're waiting. They're just going to let you try to defend yourself so that they can step in the door and be like, what about this verse?
Right.
What about that? Because I'm not saying anything bad about churches, but their main goal is to stay in business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got people curious and that might not come to their church, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right? The less curious you are and the more afraid you are, the better it is a lot of time for organized religion.
Absolutely.
Whatever the church is.
Yeah.
So I'm open to any. I'm like, cool, let me learn about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know it. I didn't grow up with anything.
Absolutely.
And I think that's been the most powerful thing for me spiritually in the work I do is the experiences that I've had and the knowings that I've gotten and the things I've heard and seen. I was just like, I didn't grow up in any of this. It's not like I'm putting this,
Mhm.
like, I'm like, oh yeah, well, let me remember this thing. I never knew any of it to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then being in that space and being an entrepreneur, how do you find your clientele? Like what draws people to you, or how are you navigating people in these spaces? Is it something to where you may come across somebody in the supermarket and just say like, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to you. It's happened to my brother or anybody, but somebody may just have a message on for you. Like they'll hold your hand and say, something has told me to tell you this. Is it kind of like that sort of interaction?
Well, you're not supposed to do that. So like in this work, that can get like I know like Long Island Medium will do that.
Mhm,
And other
mhm.
psychics are like, girl, you ain't not supposed to be walking up to people and being like, hey, look, I know you're busy. I see you got frozen. But Lydia, you know your neighbor
Mhm.
from the 6th Street? She's like, no, that is a bad, you're not wearing that purple skirt again. Like, and so sometimes, I mean, like I'll sense people's like motives and
Mhm.
intent. And it's kind of like I can see, my friend and I were talking about this the other day. It's almost like I can see like that chain of like, this is why they're doing this. This is the thing. This is the build up. If they did that. And then I'm like, nope, because it's just not my word.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing. It's free will.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not my job to be like, I heard this thing or I just got this thing. I'll do it if someone says, if we're really good friends and I'm like, I keep seeing this thing.
Mm.
Okay.
Or do you want to know about this thing that keeps coming up when you're talking to this image I keep seeing? But I will never just be like, hey, because it's free will. And now I'm implementing because then it's what's the intent? Is the intent for me to manipulate their life or to look like I'm special? I've got
Ooh.
special information for you. It gets very.
Well, you have the permission. If you ever see
Okay.
anything around me,
Right.
let me know
Okay.
ASAP.
Okay. You got
Good
it.
or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, let me know. So
Yeah.
I'm not one of the people. If you see it, let me holler at you. Come here, let me talk to you. Like, because for me, I would want to know. And even though I practice Christianity, I know our grandmother. Everything you're talking about, our grandmother was doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was a Christian as well. But in her home, there was times where she would say, we need to talk, and she would tell you. Or there was energies that she could feel.
Or she would call you about a dream that she had.
Yeah, she would call you immediately. So I know for us, as far as like our grandparents, yeah, that was prevalent in our home. Like she knew when everybody was getting pregnant. I mean, knew it as soon as you walked in the house, and she would just give you the look, and it's like,
And that's old knowings that we have forgotten because that it's just like that. With what I see is and what I feel is like there's so much noise and so much static and so much distraction and so much disconnection from the cycles of nature and what you would know if you were still and you were listening, because then it just comes in.
That's a very good point because she was a person who stayed in her farm. I mean, not her farm, but her garden behind the house. Didn't watch much TV. There wasn't a lot of distractions in her life. So, like when you're saying that, I'm thinking about her day to day. Every now and again, soap operas. That was it. But for the most part, she was in that garden. She was cooking. As I say, she was cooking, and not a lot of phone. There wasn't a lot of things that distract her from being able to be in a space where she could receive. Like I know most of us now between phones, hell, my watch talks to me.
Right.
So it keeps me distracted.
Well, you can only receive so much, right? And you can only process so much. And when you're not sitting still and feeling your feelings, feeling what your body needs, feeling what you're lacking, feeling where you're slipping into those spaces of, I'm going to manipulate, I'm going to put this intent and I'm going to try to get this out because I need to feel this way because I need to get up here and make sure you're right. That's a lot of things going on. Where's the stillness to be asking for help from the universe or something bigger than yourself? Because that's when it's going to say, okay, she's listening. Now she's ready. Versus she seems really busy and she's not asking for help.
So this is not funny. But you can laugh.
Sure.
Every time I feel like I get to that space, I'm out. Like a light.
Yeah, it's
And
a
I've
glimpse
tried
of it.
Yeah, it's like I'll feel good for like 2.2 seconds where I'm like, I'm there. What can you help me identify? Like
she said, I can if you book a session with me.
No, I'm not. I don't mean like that.
I can help you. I can. So what I will say, and I will quickly connect it back to that's one of the things that I have found that I've gotten from angelic Reiki and that others have said they've gotten too, is there's that, it's almost like a liminal space. Like you're almost like if you were a ghost, right? And you were trying to walk back between worlds. There's like this weird middle world. So there's this space where you see it all and you say, oh, there it is. I got it. I see all the things. I see the threads. I see the things. I see like two versions of myself, right? And I can connect the things. I know what to do. And then you're like, oh, that's gone. It's like a whatever. It's like a melting gummy bear. I just had it. There's a lot of peace and stillness that your body remembers during and after an angelic Reiki session. Or then you can then find like muscle memory. It's like energetic and muscle memory in your body, where then you can practice that and then you can find it again within yourself so you can increase the threshold for those moments of clarity.
Okay.
So the gummy bear takes it's like slower and slower the melt.
Yeah.
So you're like, I can name the gummy bear. Now I can see it. Now I can like look around it. Now the gummy bear is as big as now the gummy bear is me, right? It's like it's just a window of reflection that takes long. It can take a long time to get there, but like so did getting away from the window.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Now tell us about like the entrepreneurial journey with this. So like now I got these gifts, right? And so now you want to now have a service. So then tell us how it turns into your job. And
I don't know that yet. I mean, this is me being totally honest with you. Like, I grew up very poor. I mean, it was no joke. Like, and I raised kids by myself and I worked service jobs like waitressing and hairdressing, like great jobs. But I mean, it's hard to survive off of like $30,000 a year with two kids, So then I went into property management, which I really enjoy. And I've learned a lot. I've studied construction management. I've been doing it for 8 years and I make really good money and I'm good at what I do. But I really love what angelic Reiki brings to me and to the world. And I see what's going on in the world. And I know that I have limited capacity to affect the powers that be to elicit the change that I think is necessary at this time. However, I can impact the world greatly by helping people find that stillness so that maybe they're not acting and interacting and reacting in some of the ways that I'm currently seeing.
Yes.
In regards to my entrepreneurial journey, it's just been a shit show. I mean, it's just been a dance, right? Like, it took me like 5 years to do a website because I couldn't figure out like, nope, I don't like that. Oh, because it's just imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
What if I put it out there and people say, well, that's a crazy thing to do. Who's going to believe that? That's invisible. That's stupid.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
even though I knew
Mhm.
until finally I got to the point where I was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I know this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm unfussed by if you believe it.
Right.
Mhm.
Because I know it's real and I know it's
Absolutely.
important and
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it's just been me not giving up on me.
Mhm.
Like me keep coming back to Echo
Mhm.
and being like, I really want to see this. I really want to, or me coming to you and just
Mhm.
being honest, like, I feel dumb. I don't know how to make a video. I need you to help me
Mhm.
to like,
But it's in you.
but
You
it's
got
but
it.
like right, but it's
Yep.
also I feel very proud of myself for saying
I need
I don't know
I
how
need
to
help.
right.
Mhm.
Like because I mean there's a lot of people who had this journey that I've had and a lot of other people have had where they would just be like, oh, this is a
Mhm.
lot.
Mhm.
Tried it out.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that.
Yeah.
You know, I've wanted to do that a lot of times.
Don't.
I'm not.
Yeah. We
But
got
like
you.
it's been a great journey because
Mhm.
every step I'm like, look at this step.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not I didn't do these 8 other steps.
Right.
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 Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So you mentioned Echo, and that's with Echo being the sponsor of this segment. There are 3 basic kind of like buckets that Echo has, which is tailored learning, which are the cohorts, access to capital, which is getting information, and then the other one is like trusted relationships, building relationships with people. Which one do you think Echo kind of?
I have to pick one.
Oh, no,
No,
you
don't make
don't
me.
have to pick one.
I would say there's 2 because
Mhm.
right now I don't need the access to capital.
Mhm.
But the building relationships
Mhm.
has been amazing.
Mhm.
Just helping me
Mhm.
connect, get out of myself, meet, ask questions. That's been amazing.
Mhm.
But then also the tailored learning
Mhm.
because I need to go somewhere and do it. Like I'm 51 and that's not old.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I know.
thank you.
Yes, come on, girl.
That's right. We can talk about face cream on the next show.
Yes, girl. Come
Give me your
on.
tips. I'll give you my tip. Beep, 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 beep.
I was definitely like, oh, like 41. You know, my goodness. Come on, Anna.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so what was I talking about?
Y'all
Oh,
always,
yeah.
she always does that. I promise.
I'm sorry.
We can probably
It's not
do.
you, it's me.
We can probably do a blooper reel of her doing that every time there's a question asked. She'll go, okay, girl. And then next thing you know, it's a nail, it's a makeup, it's a hair thing. And then y'all go there, and I'm just sitting there like,
Also, your skin looks great for 44.
thank you very
Not
much.
45.
Hold up. Yeah.
I had to clarify that.
Oh
That
my
45
God.
to me just means that we're
over the hinge. Yeah, that's it.
We know what awaits you at 45.
yeah, at 45. You know it. I gotta go see that doctor at 45. Gotta drink that juice. And,
Oh,
yeah.
I've been putting that off too.
Oh no.
I have been putting it. I
No.
have. Well, that's a whole other show.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Okay. Tailored learning.
Yes.
See?
You got it.
Mhm,
You
I got it. Okay, so tailored learning, because I need to go somewhere. I like going somewhere.
Mhm.
I like being able to have somebody to ask questions of.
Mhm.
I like having different topics
Mhm.
because yes, it's just so important.
Mhm.
And that is in conjunction with the tailored learning works perfectly with the making connections because then when I go, I meet the people
Mhm.
and it doesn't feel so overwhelming like I'm going to this huge networking event where I don't know anybody and I'm supposed to just walk around and chit chat.
Yeah.
Like that's difficult for me.
Mhm.
I'm an
Mhm.
introvert and I'm
Right.
just kind of like, hey,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah. What's up,
I'm
guys?
to put my hands
Mhm.
on you over here in the corner.
Exactly.
But it's just weird. It's
Yeah.
weird to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then for Echo, like the one thing that I want to make sure people understand is like the impact. And you gave a little bit of that impact. So can you talk about the cohort currently that we're in and how it is affecting you like with the one-on-ones, like and how that's assisting the process?
Oh my gosh. I
Because you
can't.
said something that I think was pretty cool. Like when you got your website done, you were like, okay, now I'm done with that connection of having somebody working with you. And then now you're getting it back again with the cohort.
Yes. Okay. So definitely. Love the process of working on my website, the teamwork, the collaboration, the going back and forth, the energy of it, right? And then I went through a sadness afterwards because I was like, oh, this is done? Wait. So, right, come in, you had the great marketing class that you gave us.
Oh, thank you.
But of course, my Virgo minds was filled with, well, how do I do that? Well, where do I
Mhm.
start? I don't know where to start.
Mhm.
I have 70,000 questions. So when you and I met up,
Mhm.
you could see me spinning and spinning.
Mhm.
And instead of saying what most people say to me with technology, which is the helpful, you just
Mhm.
Yeah,
right. Because then
I
it's
hate that.
then I just say, oh, okay. Or I go, well, that's just not, where did you start at?
Right.
You were super helpful. You took it all the way back. I said, can you go back like 3 steps? You helped me and you gave me those action steps that were doable,
Mhm.
which I've been working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real things,
Mhm.
because that's exactly what I need.
Dope.
Yeah. So real life help.
Mhm.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
So now let us know how we can get your services. Tell us like
Mhm.
how we
Oh,
connect
yeah.
with you, where we connect with you, where can we learn more about you?
Okay. Well, you can go to my fabulous new website.
Yay.
It's
It
at
is nice.
it is really nice. I love it. It's at worth-wisdom.com. And the designer is Brandy, and her company is Lemon Disco Ball Design.
That is
She's
adorable.
amazing. And I should have had her website memorized as well. But if you want her information, you can call me. See the segue.
And I will say you are going to be at the comedy show. So if you actually would like to, before or afterwards, don't take up the time of the comics. You're there to laugh. But if you actually want to talk to Anna, take that time to, get her information, talk with her, and book a session. You know?
Book a session. Entrepreneurs supporting
Just
entrepreneurs, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's somebody that I'm actually going to introduce you to on Saturday.
I would love
So mhm.
And now the part that I think is always cool, the plug. So now
Oh.
you get an opportunity to plug the next entrepreneur that we will reach out to.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna plug the next entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Oh, I had it set up to plug Sally because I love her so much. Because can I just plug
You
her
can still plug
anyway?
Sally. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna plug Sally. And Sally, I hope you're listening to this. And I'm gonna read it off of a text because it's a lot of information, because Sally is a lot of goodness. And I don't want to miss any goodness. So Sally, here you go. I've got to give a shout out to my friend, Sally Starfield. She's an HR and educational consultant who brings a ton of energy and expertise to both businesses and individuals. She helps small and mid-sized businesses with HR compliance, hiring strategies, and building inclusive workplaces. Am I allowed to say that
Absolutely.
on the
Absolutely.
air?
Mhm.
She also coaches new college grads, and not just with resumes. She does LinkedIn and interview prep, but also how to navigate their first professional job search. Because as we know, that degree is just a piece of paper until you
Hello.
get a job. In today's tough economy, and right now, Sally's especially focused on helping companies thrive by building healthy, people centered workplaces and guiding young professionals to launch strong careers. So if you want help with any of that and more, then contact Sally Starfield. And I don't have her website on here, but you can find her on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
She's on LinkedIn and all her details are there, and she's the bomb.
Shout out to Sally.
Mhm.
You can. Where's your website designer located?
I mean, you mean her website? Let me-
Well, no. Where's your the lady who designed your website? Where's she located? She's
in Durham.
Shout her out. She could be on the plug.
Oh yes. Hold on. Shout out to Brandy. I'm gonna try to find your website because I want to shout you out.
And it's called Lemon Disco.
Disco Lemon Ball.
Oh, Disco Lemon Ball.
Lemon Disco Ball. Hold on. Sorry, there's dead air.
It's no, we're still talking. okay, it's all right.
Do y'all want me to tell you a spooky story?
Sure.
I'm always here for
Oh,
stories.
okay. Look, okay, I'm gonna tell you a spooky story, and I hope my mom's listening so she'll call in and she'll be like, "This is not even a true story." Hold on, I'm gonna text. Okay, I'm gonna text her while I'm talking.
Go ahead.
I had to
It's
get
no
her.
problem.
Okay, so okay, look at my phone and find Brandy, and then text her and ask her where her website is, please.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I grew up in this real old farmhouse. We're talking old. It was old when I moved out there at 4. And on this big piece of land and on a dirt road. The dirt road part is important. No one lived nearby. Well, my parents had taken off the back half of the house and renovated it and put it up way in the woods. The front half looked like an old farmhouse. Well, there's no street lights or anything. And I'd had ghosty experiences in this house my entire life. You know, things being moved, making a bowl of cereal. Now you can't find it. Lights getting turned off, whatever. And you just get used to it. But one particular night, things got especially spooky. So we were at my grandma's in town. And my grandma had a difficult driveway. So you could either park in the driveway or you could park on the street. Well, I parked on the street. My sister parked in the driveway. And we were leaving. And she said, I bet I can beat you home. And I said, I bet you can't. So I was on the street. So I walked out and I left. Well, I thought she left too, but I couldn't see her. So I drive the 30 minutes home up the long, winding, dark driveway. And I pull into the front of the house. There's a driveway around the back, but you can't see who's parked back there from the front. There was one light on in the house. It was to my sister's room, and there was one exterior light on. I don't have a key to the front door, and I'm not walking around the back because it's extra spooky dark. I walk up to the front door. Ding dong. Ring the door. It's a terrible doorbell ring. I ring the doorbell. Nothing. No footsteps. Nothing. And then that one lone light upstairs off. I'm just standing there. No footsteps. No laughter. No gotcha. Because I hate the dark and she knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there. And I said, this is not funny. This is not funny. Nothing. And so I literally stand there for like another minute, which is an eternity in the dark in the middle of the country. And I said, I'm out of here. So I'm mad. And I go back to my car and I get in my car and I slam the door and I'm driving down the driveway talking shit. And I pass my stepdad. And I say, you won't believe what she just did. She's so mean. He said, what are you talking about? She got a phone call when y'all were leaving and she's still at your grandma's. I said, no, she's not. There's somebody in the house. I said, I rang the doorbell and the light went off. It's just a burned out light bulb. It's just a coincidence. I said, okay, well, nobody left the house. Both doors locked with a lock. You gotta have a key. No footsteps. He said, let's go back up and check. Okay. You go check.
Right.
So he's all cocky.
Mhm.
I'll show you. You're just being ridiculous. It's late, blah, blah, blah. Goes around the back. Door's locked with a key. He goes in upstairs. Turns the light switch on because it was down and the light works. No windows open. Nothing unlocked. Everything's locked.
Mm.
And he comes out the front door and he says, oh, there's no problem. I said, oh, I'm not staying here.
I know that's, that's right.
And I drove back alone
yes, ma'am.
to Burlington to stay at my college. And so then maybe 20 years later, maybe less, I don't know. We were older. We were sitting in the kitchen. We were having dinner. And I start telling this story to my brother because I don't know how he hadn't heard this story. My mom gets all pissed. She's like, don't be telling that dumb story. That's not true. I hate you telling these dumb stories. And I said, it is true. I was here. I don't know why you don't believe me. Blah, blah, blah. And in the other room was like, it's like a room full of like old toys and knickknacks and shit. And there's this toy that you have to drag along behind you and it'll start making scary ass toy noises. All of a sudden that shit starts going off. And it doesn't make, like, it's just been in there for years, just sitting on the, and you have to drag it. I said, oh, okay.
Y'all want to believe me now?
Okay. What was that?
Yeah. Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So every time that it's because I've had ghosty experiences in my house, like hearing them, I'll be like people talking. You can't understand what they're saying, or people walking, but there's no one there, of course. And I had a friend come and stay, and she heard it, and she ran out of the room I had her in, and was like, "Oh," and I said, "Yeah, we had some ghosts." I said, "But mostly they're gone." Oh no, stuff falling off of shelves. Christmas ornament came off the tree and landed on the floor.
Oh,
I said, "Yep." I said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
I apologized. I was like, "Good spirits, you're perfectly fine. You can stay.
Right.
Just don't mess with us. We're trying to have a peaceful night," and everything stopped. So it's fascinating, isn't it?
Girl.
Let me see.
I love a good spooky story.
I know that's my.
Did I text the right person?
Well, I haven't heard back from Brandy, but I will say something to her.
Yeah.
Because she's amazing.
Okay.
And my website's amazing.
Yeah. And she's here in Durham.
She's in Durham.
Let's do it. We can get her on the
Okay.
plug. She can be the next person.
All right.
Because everybody needs help with websites.
Yes. And she works out of here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she works out of American Underground.
Oh, for real?
We
Well,
should be
then
able to find her then.
That's simple. And let's
Yeah.
get that set up.
Okay.
We'll hook it up. We good?
Yeah.
Good interview.
Yeah.
Great interview. Between everybody was silly today. I love
Yeah.
it. The energy was great. I love it when it's a good energy day, especially because I
Wait
was
to
tired.
Introduce you to Nefertiti. I feel like you two will just hit it off.
Her cousin.
Can't wait too. Thank you.
She has an altar, and she's all about the spirits and chakras and crystals, and she's studying different. Well, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to connect you too.
It's our cousin.
Oh.
What am I doing?
We're ending the show.
Okay, there we go.
He's under a spell.
Yeah, because I was thinking about I was thinking about the connection. Oh, yes, it'll be a dope connection. So make sure though, quick reminder, the show is this Saturday.
Doors open at
6.
Starts at 7.
And starts at 7. We'll be on the rooftop having a good time, drinks and laughter, and then at 7 o'clock we will start the show. So I'll be on the sticks doing the DJing because unfortunately Obi won't be with us this time, but that's okay. I got it. I'll handle it until we do the next one when Obi's back.
Gonna be after the holidays.
Yeah. We're taking a break. Okay. We are taking a break. Yeah, so please believe that time is coming. We want to enjoy the holidays, and we'll come back after the holiday strong with another comedy show. But this one, there's still a few tickets left. Make sure you come support our local comics. It's a dope show, and this is volume 3. For people to stick for something for 3 different times, that's an accomplishment.
And each time it gets better.
TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Have a good night.